Man, the most important lesson I learned, if you got a family, if you got grandbabies, you got a wife, you got children, respect your home. Whatever you do out in that street, don't take it home. Leave it in the street. Because your grandbaby, your son, your daughters is watching you. The best thing I can tell you to do, get in the Lord's house. I'm in church, man. Out of 30 years of God have changed my life. I've been a great, better father for my children. And I can say, hey, man, I've been out here with some of the greatest brothers. I used to see some of the greatest gamblers have shopping bags of money. I see them today. They don't even have shoes on their feet.
Yo, this PoeMoe. Some of y'all know me as PoeMoe, Godspeed Nation. And just wanted to share something with the fellas and the sisters, basically the people, about the death and resurrection. You know what I'm saying? It really pertains more so to the conscious community, because when you woke, you go through different stages of heightened awakeness, if I would say it. You know what I'm saying? You just don't wake up one time and you always woke. You know what I'm saying? And in that death and resurrection, and the fact that you're waking up or already woke, there's many more levels of being woke. You know, it just don't stop at, okay, I can see now, or I'm conscious. And that's what a lot of people get fucked up at, because once they wake up, they think everything's supposed to be peaches and cream, but hell no. Take it from me, that's when the games begin. That's when motherfucking Smith be at your ass, or Satan be at your ass trying to put you back to sleep. And in the death and resurrection, as you already conscious, as you already risen, as you already starting to see, you're going to keep going through the same thing over and over as far as resurrecting. It's not just one. It's many resurrections. It's many deaths. You die and come back in the same body over and over and over and over and over again. And some people mistake it as depression, because it's a letting go. And when you're in that letting go, it's like a downward feeling. You know, you feel less motivated. You feel less spiritual, even though you know you're still spiritual. You feel less, you're tired. You know, it's more of your soul tired. And it's very easy to mistake it as depression. And a lot of people go to the mental institute if they can't figure out what the fuck going on, because they think, you know, once you woke, you can't put yourself back to sleep, you'll go insane. So what's really happening is, why you mistaking it for depression, you're dying. You're dying inside. You know what I'm saying? The body is dying, the mind is dying. It's breaking down the old and finding space for the new. But in that breaking down the old, it's a certain feeling you get, which is a downward feeling, which is maybe they call depression, or a sense of you know, no purpose, or really a tired of this journey. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of this shit. You know, it got to be more to life than this, you know, but really it ain't that. It ain't depression. It's just that you're breaking down to rebuild, and you become stronger in the way back up. You become stronger when you start to feel more motivated again. Trust me, you will feel motivated again. You just got to hold through that downward spiral of breaking down, which in the matrix, or which in this world, the white man called it depression. It ain't no fucking depression if you spiritually woke. You dying and resurrecting in the same body. Why you think they said Jesus? We turn this down. This Jesus right here. This Pops. This Jesus too. But I used to think they talked about how Jesus died on the cross and came back. And people like, do you believe that happened? You know, you say, yeah. You know, it's the difference between knowing and believing. You know what I'm saying? Do you know that happened? Hell no, I don't know that happened. Do you believe? They're just basically saying, I agree because I ain't got no damn reason not to agree. But really, the deep metaphysics of these fairy tales or these books they put out there for you that you might, you know, we might think is bullshit, or however, when you spiritual, it ain't bullshit. When you spiritual, you can start to really relate to the fantasy world of the situation at hand. Like they said, Jesus died on the cross, dad came back in the same body. So basically what they're saying is, like, you think he died, he went to a tomb, and he pushed the tomb open, got out the tomb, and started walking again. But no, that mean he died, meaning is he took off the old man and then put on a new man, same body. He was conscious, brother, just like we is. The whole idea was he was showing you that it ain't, you just don't stop. You know what I'm saying? At one situation. You just don't stop at one spot. You know what I'm saying? You're going to keep dying and you're going to keep coming back in the same body. The body don't have to physically die or physically not, cease to exist in order for you to have a resurrection. You know what I'm saying? Some people call it changing or I changed. You know, unconsciously you say I changed. You know, I'm a better person. I'm a different person. I changed. But in all reality, you just dying and coming back in the same body, you know, and it's really based off self-reflection. A lot of people don't self-reflect. A lot of people don't look at their own actions. They always blame it on the next person. Fuck that. If you fix yourself, everything around you will be fixed. If you reflect on yourself, that will cause a reaction for the other person to start self-reflecting. And if they're not, you know, reflecting, trust me, your vibration will rise due to the fact that you're reflecting on self, meaning self-correction, that you'll gladly, they'll disappear out your cipher. You know, it ain't no calling back, baby, I made a mistake, oh, baby, I love you, I don't know why I love this motherfucker, he ruthless. No, you gonna politely, the taste gonna go out your mouth, like church and knowledge and wisdom and understanding of supreme spirituality. Supreme spirituality take the taste out your mouth. Church leave the shit in there and how you fighting and trying to will against it, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, death and resurrection is never ending. So even though you conscious, you ain't finna, that ain't gonna stop. You gonna die again. You gonna become what they call depressed, but it ain't depressed. It's breaking down to rebuild. Then you gonna build back up again. You gonna be stronger. And then in that journey, which I call a Godspeed journey, you gonna get more knowledge. It's like resetting. And then you gonna come back. You gonna die from that knowledge, and that shit gonna become in you. Every time you die from the knowledge, it become of you. That means you don't have to think so hard to do it. You don't have to think so hard to drink lemon water at 7 o'clock in the morning. You don't have to think so hard to eat a Granny Smith apple. You don't have to think so hard not to eat meat. And once that's become of you, now it's smooth, it's you. Then you're going to die from that knowledge and that wisdom and understanding, which is going to become of you. Then you're going to gain a whole nother understanding. Like you might learn about the dress and the journey, or you might learn about, you know what I'm saying, you know, running. Make time go by faster. You know, if you run before your day starts, the whole day go by faster, or exercising. You know, anything you learn is going to become of you, and then it's going to become natural. Then that's going to break down. Then you're going to build back up on a whole nother knowledge. The problem is that if you're unaware of what the dying mean, you will either give up, get depressed, or lose all hope and just say, fuck lives. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't working, and you become lost in the bliss. So what you got to know is in there, it's just momentarily. It's not permanent. The death is not permanent. Trust me, the resurrection is on this way. That's when you start picking yourself back up. You start doing your push-ups. You start working out. You start reading. You start studying your mathematics again. But this time, it's going to become something totally new. And as you gain death and resurrection without actually falling off the horse, you become like Bruce Lee. And you have no opponent because you been through this. You've been through pain. You've been through misery. You know what I'm saying? So you humble. And in that humility, you know what I'm saying, it bring love and it bring light. So the earth will protect you. You know what I mean? So you can tell when a motherfucker never been through shit. You know, a person that never been through shit, they kind of like an asshole. You know what I'm saying? They kind of like selfish, like out of body. They don't really, you know, no empathy or shit like that. So in order for you to become God body, first of all, you got to go through some shit, and that's what I call a death. And if you can make it past the death, you will resurrect. And then you're going to see all that little shit you used to worry about, all that little shit, the idiocracies and stuff you used to think about, which was bullshit, fade away. And then you don't give a fuck what nobody think. And, you know, I asked a brother, you know, he was locked up. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can fix this shit so y'all can see me, because it's getting kind of dark. But I asked his brother, and he did a sober, and I was like, Joe, what did you learn from being locked up? You know what I'm saying? What did you learn when you was locked up all that time? I know you learned something. You know, I'm coming at him like that. He said, Joe, you want me to tell you the truth? I said, hell yeah. He said, I learned not to care what people think. That fucked my head up. I said, damn. You mean tell me this whole time you was living, this whole time I known you, this was your problem, that you had to maneuver according to what the external world thought about you? Oh, that's shit. They control you. You don't even control yourself. But think about that. That was an actual problem that I never even thought a nigga had. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's when you in the lower self and you kind of stuck. The world dictates what you do because you kind of moving in accordance to making them like you or making yourself cool. But if you stand in your own light, they gonna subdue to you because that's real. Reality, the tree ain't going nowhere, but the leaf will fall. Niggas, external bullshit ass, shallow motherfuckers is the leaf falling off the tree, the God body. So that amazed me. But like I said, the death and resurrection, don't mistake it as depression. It ain't depression. It's the fact that your body is dying to the old shit and the new stuff is becoming of you. I mean, the old stuff is becoming of you and it's shedding the skin. It's just like you letting go. It's just like, just lay back. Just walk with it. Just become more meditative in your motion and perceptive in your sight. Be the perceiver for a while. Trust me, it lasts about 3 days. You know, that's why they say Jesus died and he rose in 3 days, or it lasts 3 weeks, but it's always in threes, or it lasts 30 days. Mine lasts 3 days. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm almost back on point. You know, I'm almost fully built back up. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's going to come again. I know after maybe a year from now, here I am, or maybe mine is happening rapidly. So it might happen another 6 more months. Here I go. Thinking I'm depressed, not me thinking, but that's what the feeling feel like. But really, I just got to sit the fuck back and then becoming Moe. Hold yourself, hold your mind, hold your body, hold your soul, put the bulletproof vest on and the scully. The bulletproof vest is the ideology of blocking external forces, meaning that motherfuckers talk that shit, or motherfuckers say some fucker, that shit don't phase you. You got the bulletproof vest in, nothing can get in, so ain't no exit wounds. Motherfucker, if you think about something, a person wake up every day, you go to work, if you got a job, you say, I'm gonna piss this motherfucker off. You know that the same motherfucker always pissing you off. But if you heard the motherfucker say that before he drink his coffee, like, yeah, I get my rocks off by pissing this nigga off, would you let the motherfucker piss you off when he try to piss you off? Think about that. So that's how you gotta look at all these motherfuckers out here. They trying to fuck your day up, so don't let them fuck it up. Now let's go back to the death and resurrection. Like I was saying, it's infinite and this shit is never ending. Every time I die and come back, I become more aware. I become more profitable, meaning not money profitable, but the shit I say out my mouth instantly happens. Every time I can make it, every time I can survive that walking through the shadow of the valley of death, my powers become more powerful. You know what I'm saying? I prophesy like birds eat crackers when I throw them on the ground. It's nothing. And not only in prophecy, but I see things and I see people start to see. So my last death and resurrection was a while ago, though. You know, I was fucked up, and I was with my wifey, and we was at this little get together, and I was you know, coming out of it, but I was still in it. You know, I was still, for the external purposes or external terms, I was looking like I was having problems, or I was, you know, but really I was holding myself. I was staying in meditation, like Kanye West say, how can this be in a room full of hoes? It must be the Pharisees in tune with the soul. But I was sitting there and I was in deep meditation, holding myself, you know, all this external shit going on, but I'm just sitting back in meditation, thinking about the one. You know what I'm saying? Once you got the lockjaw, or like Kodak Black say, the lockjaw, your mind locked on one. You know what I'm saying? It's inevitable for anybody to knock you square. But I was sitting there and the nigga said, hey, Joe, can I talk to you? He said, excuse me, wife. And he asked my wife, he said, look, can I sit next to him before I got to tell him something? She's like, oh, go ahead, cool. And I'm like, what the fuck do this nigga want? Oh, shit, you know, what the fuck? He's like, man, I just had to tell you something, brother. I was finna stab this nigga over there. But when I seen the look in your eye, I was like, you know, that shit ain't even worth it. Now, remind you, I don't know this nigga, and this nigga never seen me. I never seen him a day in my life, but I build. He don't. He Mason. So how the fuck, you know, this shit is real? How he know that I build? How he know that I didn't even fucking know I had a look in my eye, but that's that aura. That's that death and resurrection. That's that magic, that glow, like what's that dude name on The Last Dragon, whatever that movie, that Soul Glow, Bruce Leroy, that's that shit. That shit is real. That glow that dude had is real. That's that shit. But you gotta go through, you gotta make it through the death. And the resurrection is supremely glorious. And like I said, Joe, don't never give up. Remember that depression is not depressing, it's a letting go and a breaking down just to rebuild right back up. So as you letting go and breaking down, that knowledge become of you. That shit seep into your DNA, becoming your dreams. And once you can pop lock the magic in your dreams, that's what you can do in reality. This Godspeed, 100.
Myself 30 times, I'm like Contra. You get a
electrified on stage like Blanca. Bitches ask what's wrong with me. You ain't a doctor. I tell them that I'm sick of they shit. That's the mantra. Tell me what you mad at me for. Cause I'm a monster. Because you getting drunk on my flow. Like vodka. Fuck a prima donna. I'm swimming with anacondas. Snatching cheese like enchiladas. I'm being brutally honest. Some of these bitches need to shut their motherfucking mouth. Quit talking about shit you know nothing about. Bitch, finally get a good man. She wanna cuss him out and make him feel like less of a man. When he around the house, when Kate Blau starts spitting, it's like a